So if I'm being honest, I came here today with the intention to work on my putting because as you guys may have seen in my previous video, I got a new putter. So obviously I still need to calibrate and just work on putting with a new putter. Obviously the look is also very different, so just getting used to that, alignment and stuff like that. But I don't know if you can see, but it's currently literally sweeping the sand off the green. So since I cannot putt right now, I decided it would be a good time to work on another part of my game that I was not so happy with in tournaments and something that I feel like I can improve on, which is going to be my kind of like in between distance chip pitch shots. Because so the distances that I kind of need to work on is around 55 to 45 yards, which is kind of that awkward in between distance. So my 58-degree carry is about 80 yards. So anything like 70 yards, I can just hit like a 3/4-ish, half-ish. And then like 60 yards, it's like a full chip. Whereas the 50-40 yards is just a very awkward distance. And I feel like I do not get it close enough because I'm just not very comfortable hitting those shots. I don't really know what to do. Like I don't know if I should be hitting a harder chip or like I think one of the things that I do is I almost like hit it like I'm gonna hit a regular shot but just take a shorter swing, which I think tends to leave me with like the sometimes like I decelerate into it, which is not great. Which also affects distance control. So that's one of the things I want to work on today, and let's see how we can maneuver this and figure out a better way to approach this distance. Okay, the mic should be on, so it's not my first shot. I've already hit a few shots, as you can see here with my line. And yeah, I think one of the things I want to work on is just basically making this like a long chip. So making it a bit more, I'm very much like a feel player. So instead of basing it so much off my feel, because obviously this part with the feel is not really working, what I'm trying to do is make it a bit more technical, a bit more systematic, would I say? A little bit more, I don't know what the word is, but for now, just make it less feel and make it like something that I have to do. For instance, like what is going to be the length of the swing that I'm going to need for this kind of chip shots, just so that I can kind of get a gauge and then I can build the feel from there. So I think for this shot, I'm probably going to need somewhere around here. And I'm going to try to keep a consistent acceleration through the ball so that I can kind of have a good gauge of what that kind of swing length is going to give me in terms of distance. I'm also going to study my feet pretty close because I kind of want to treat it like a big chip shot. Previously, I would like kind of stand with a regular stance, which I don't think was working. So I'm going to have a small stance and do like a 3 to 9, 9 to 3 kind of swing length with a regular swing speed. You see, I cut that a bit thin. I mean, it's literally like 4 feet from the pin, but that's okay. It's about 1,000 times better than what I was doing. It's not great, but we can make do with it. Time for some putting. So right here what we're doing is the ladder drill. And basically we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 footers. And what we're trying to do is, well, of course we're trying to make it. If I don't make it, I have to keep it within my marker here. So this marker is a foot by and this marker is 6 inches by Starts off pretty easy until you get further, and then to be honest, it's easier to try to even make it than to try to keep it within that marker. Okay, one in. So right now I'm going for the 1 foot marker, and then once I make this, then I'll go for the 6 inches marker. Like I said, to be honest, it's really easier to try to make it than to try to keep it within that. It's way more difficult than you think. Okay, 2 ink. Next up is a 7 footer. So I think it's still pretty okay. It's always the last 2 putts, like the 9 and 10 footer, that gets a bit more difficult. Good. Okay, let's see. 8, 9, 10 footers. Here we go. Really making an effort to put my line properly, because I feel like with this pattern, if I line it up right, just put a good stroke on it, it's gonna go in. Just gotta make sure I line it up right. Nice. Okay, 2 to go. Let's do it. Okay, so as we're getting further out, it's getting a bit more break. Should be good. Trust the line. Oh. Ooh, just kept it in within the 1 foot mark. It's about here. Definitely inside 1 foot, but not inside 6 inches. Okay, last part. So that one broke more. I don't have enough breaks, but it's starting to break more. Let's give it a bit more. Let's hit a good stroke on this one. Let's try to make it. Oh, that was lucky. If it didn't miss, I think it'd be like just outside the 1 foot mark. Now we're gonna go 6 inches, which is gonna probably take me a while. Got a beautiful hat line there. Just slightly over 3 hours of chipping and putting, and now I'm not very hungry, but the range only opens at 1, so, and then I'm planning to go to the gym after, so I should probably eat something. So I'm gonna go check out what I can have that's kind of light and kind of healthy. We'll see. time. Let's go. So I just spent about like an hour and a half at the range working on some drills, as you could see, mostly just trying to get some technique things in. Yeah, that's about it for the range session today. Obviously was much more of a short game focused day because that was what I wanted to work on, and now we're gonna do some stuff at the gym. Let's get stronger. Time to do some cardio, but honestly, that view is just too tempting. So I'm done with my workout, which means I'm done for the day. It's like almost 4 o'clock. I've been here since 9 in the morning, so that's like 7 hours. So you can see how easy it is to actually like spend a whole day here for me. Today I didn't play because I think it's important also to allocate time to practice and to play, because like if it was up to me, I'd just play every single day because I love playing, but like you do sometimes just have to take the day off from playing and go and spend some time practicing, which is what I did today. Also, like my plan in the morning was to do more putting, but I ended up doing quite a bit of chipping before I did my putting. But I think it's important to have a plan because that's going to keep your practice structured, and it's going to be much more easy to spend your time. But also you have to be a bit lenient because like today you could see like they were sanding the greens, which I didn't know that they were going to be doing. So obviously I couldn't putt for like the first hour and a half, but then after that I spent like 2 hours putting. So it ended up being fine, but like you do have to be a bit lenient, have a structure, but be a bit lenient about like what you're going to do. But yeah, I didn't even spend much time hitting balls today because I wanted to come to the gym and leave here before like 4, because it is the Ramadan month right now, which means that Muslim people are fasting. So if you leave past a certain like time, it's gonna be that traffic's gonna be insane. It's gonna take me like an hour to go home, which I'd much rather not spend an hour sitting in a car. So yeah, anyway, that is pretty much my practice for the day. Like I said, I think it's important to have structured practice, to plan your practice, especially now I've got a little bit of time off, so I've got some time to work on some things. And yeah, probably we'll try to get a few rounds this week, but today was just practice day. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more Golf with Jen. Catch you guys next time.